how are you?
Okay.
Did you have a meeting tonight?
No, not tonight.
Oh, I
I
thought
have,
you had a meeting tonight.
no, last night and tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Tonight I'm having a chocolate muffin and a cup of tea.
Yeah, I thought you had a meeting. I don't know why.
No, not tonight.
Okay. Oh, what are you having your dinner?
No, I'm having a snack.
Oh, okay. Yes, I had my tea and I had my dessert
Okay.
after my dinner. We had Papa John's Valentine's heart-shaped pizza. And now they have these Papa Bites. They're chicken parmesan. We ordered the chicken parmesan ones.
Uh-huh.
And then we had brownies for dessert.
Did you buy the brownies or made the
Oh no,
brownies?
they had the brownies. So the brownies were actually quite yummy.
Oh, from Papa John's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They have their fudgy brownies with little chocolate chips in them.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
they're quite decadent. Yes, so happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, same to you. How's your hand?
It's starting to twinge a little bit. So yeah, it's starting to twinge. So yeah, so it does bother me a tad.
I
So
told
far
you,
I have been yelled at
been
about
there, done,
what?
been there, done that. That's why I told you that once the local wears off, might be starting to feel a little achy.
Yeah, well, I noticed, believe it or not, the anesthesia is wearing off in this finger before these two, which I thought was odd. Because this was really, really swollen and like numb earlier, but these two are still very, very numb. But yes, so it's a little twingy, a little annoying, but that's
I thought,
okay. It's fine. It'll be okay. I find I can't use the mouse with this, just click the mouse with this finger. I have to click it this way for today. It's not so bad. But it was funny because I was going to work on my happy planner today for February.
mhm.
And I was looking for a punch that I swear I have this punch, swear I have this hard punch. I can't find it. I've looked all over the place. I'll show you which one I'm talking about, and I'll show you which one I'm going to use. But there is,
You forgot to say a prayer to St. Anthony.
yeah, I'm going to have to because I don't know where. Hold on. Let me look here. Let me go to shop punches. But it is hysterical. I have looked twice already and I can't find this punch anywhere. So the punch I'm talking about is the Full of Love punch. And I know I have this punch somewhere.
Oh, with the heart. Okay.
Yes. So what I'm going to use instead is I'm going to use this one, the heart to heart border. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut it apart. So I'll do that instead. But I don't know if you saw my email earlier today for the adhesive buffet. It is
I saw your video on Facebook.
Yeah, these are so popular. They sold out already.
Wow.
So, and this, Creative Memories needs to make this brochure pocket variety pack. They need to make this a permanent thing because it is ingenious. And it's something that people have been asking for forever. So say you go on a cruise or you go to Disney and you get the Disney map, or you get tickets like memorabilia, or you go and you get all those little brochures when you go to a different state and you go, say you go to a cavern and you get the brochure. That's what those are for. And you can actually, they have an adhesive back. And so you can attach it directly to your page, your cardstock or your designer paper. And then so you could just take out the map and look at it whenever you want to. It's the difference between that and the Peekaboo Pocket. The Peekaboo Pocket totally seals over.
Oh, okay.
Or you can leave the Peekaboo Pocket open, similar to the way I did my wedding album, where you're just slipping the pictures in. Now, what was nice about the variety pack is it came in different sizes. One of them was a 4x4. So it takes up less real estate on your page instead of the 4x6 or 5x7. So if you have a picture that you could trim down and put it in a smaller Peekaboo Pocket,
right,
then it takes up less room and you can fit more pictures on your page.
right.
So these need to come back, definitely. These need to come back, definitely. I would love to see them as part of the permanent line. But these, I love this. The silicone mat, because now the adhesive won't stick, the adhesive, paint, glue, anything does not stick to it. And it rolls up for when I travel to crops. And this max strength crafting tape runner, I've always wanted to do paper flowers. So that adhesive will help keep the flowers together. So that, and I love the foam tape. So I did get 2 of those. I got, because I lay my mats side by side. So I'm going to put those on top of, which you can't cut on these. So I'll lay those on top of my 13x13 cutting mats. Those are great for measuring. And they're large, they're a large size. So that's what I sent the email about earlier today. So so it's pretty neat. I think the silicone mat is my favorite, favorite besides the brochure, for the brochures, which I did order. I got one for myself. Because traveling, and I have memorabilia from my cruise. I have a memorabilia from my trip to Vegas. So I'm sure I'll use it for one of them.
I liked the idea of the longer foam tape, so that, rather than using the dots, if you needed a little more stability.
Yes, and that's what it's made for. It's the same width as the foam squares, but if you need a longer piece, you're not having to space your foam dots. You're not, your foam squares. They both serve a function, but the foam tape, you can cut it to size that you would need it. So, that's the cool part. The adhesive, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said I like that idea of the longer pieces here.
Yeah. So, and actually, originally, it's funny because I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but and then finally I caved this past weekend, and used it and went, oh. So even I learned something. There are times that even I'm a little resistant in trying something new, and I try it and I'm like, where have you been all my life? So, and I never advocate something that I don't use. Like, I prefer the dual tip pens over the fine point. The fine point is very fine, but like I have the ice blue one, and for some reason the ice blue one just doesn't flow well. But I love the dual tip. I love them. So I wanted to ensure that I got the 2 limited edition ones, because first of all, they're in colors I love. And the Vivid Melodies stickers, I love them too, because I have those collections. And those collections weren't expensive. So they're very reasonable. So I wanted the sticker set to go with those, plus the limited edition pens. You're not going to be able to get them. They're not going to be sold separately. So, and plus, who couldn't use adhesive? Because you can always use adhesive. And those, and those two mats, I wanted them again for traveling around, and they're great for measuring when you're measuring things. And you paint it, and it'll adhesive, any type of glue and paint. If you're, you can even, if you're painting something, all you need is a wet wipe or a damp cloth to clean it off. So it's easy peasy. I've learned the joys of silicone mats and things recently, and we're the only company that has 13 by 13. Nobody else makes them that big. But yes, I thought about working on my happy planner, but I don't know, because the hand's a little twingy. Are you still working on your Afghan?
Actually, I finished the last square. I just have to weave in the ends, and then I can put the last two big blocks, four together, and then I can start assembling the whole Afghan.
That's incredible. Wow. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I'm coming down the home stretch.
Oh, that's great. Because I know that you've been wanting to finish it.
Yeah.
And what's the next project?
I got to work on that Riddler Afghan for Christopher.
Okay. Wow. I would like to learn how to make socks.
Oh, okay. Well.
That's the one thing. That's the only thing. Not sweaters, not anything else. Socks.
Well, I can send you a link to a website of this woman that I follow who teaches knitting and stuff like that, and she has beginner sock patterns and all kinds of videos and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's funny because I like funky socks. They're fun. So I would like, I would so knit like striped socks for myself.
Funky looking.
I would.
Still have to learn how to
funky
knit
socks.
You need to specify funky looking.
Funky looking socks. Not,
Yeah,
I did not say funky socks. But funky, I would knit funky socks, which like striped socks,
Well,
socks with patterns.
to me you say funky socks, and I'm just thinking like it smells bad.
Smelly socks. Yeah.
No, I have not ever heard of scratch and sniff socks. It would be an interesting concept, and I probably would sell them very well. Never know. I may have just given someone their idea to get rich, but one never knows. So Alex, what have you been working on? Because I know that you're very creative yourself, and drawing and writing and music and scrapbooking and card making.
I have not been doing much lately. I've been too busy doing house stuff that we've been putting off for too long. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we're making decent progress with the garage, so slowly coming
That's good.
together.
Because I know you've been thinking about a freezer for the garage.
It's needed.
Very good. That's cool.
And I came upon a whole container of stuff, of memorabilia for somebody who went to St. Edmund's High School.
Oh my goodness, you did.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And a whole container of stuff for a brother who, did taekwondo. But I opened up the box and there was a package. Do you remember when we took the trip to that train station?
Yeah, Stroudsburg, East Stroudsburg.
Christopher was really young. I came across a picture of Christopher and Daddy looking like the Civil War people.
Oh yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my.
I didn't even go through the whole box. I just happened to pick up that first thing, and I opened it and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot all about these pictures. But I
Well,
remember that was a trip to that train station that time.
It's in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Well, I actually, this past weekend was by her, I was a half an hour away from Hershey.
Oh, okay.
So I was so tempted to take a ride to Hershey, Pennsylvania. But it was getting late. I don't like to drive in the dark because my eyes are not what they used to be. So I chose to save that for another day.
Okay.
I really, really would love a trip, a day trip, half a day, to the Hershey Spa. They have packages, and you could get rolled in chocolate. You could take a chocolate bath. You can get massaged with chocolate massage oil. Yup.
Wow.
That would be like my dream, my total dream. I would love it.
Not mine.
Yep, the Hershey Spa, the Hershey Hotel and Spa. That is, yes, that is, yeah, definitely up my alley. Indeed. Because
I would rather say, okay, go a weekend like in Lancaster and, Quill Country.
I have seen some, well, I had sent you quilts from one of the shows one of the farm shows I had gone to. Those were the quilts I had sent you. And I mean, the quilts are beautiful. But I have seen some amazing quilts in Lancaster my last few trips that I've gone, because Lancaster is about an hour and a half from here, hour and 20 minutes, maybe I'll say an hour and a half. So, I mean, the quilts are just gorgeous, just gorgeous. And actually, I now follow someone on Facebook. She is a quilter, and she has a long arm quilting machine. And her quilts are stunning, absolutely stunning. So I did ask her what.
That's good, yeah, because a lot of times you can make the quilt tops and then have them do the actual quilting, yeah.
And that's what I said. I'm the type of quilter that loves to do tops, but does not like to does not enjoy the quilting part of it.
Now I'm wondering, do they have dawn shops and stuff in Lancaster too?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And it's funny, where the new property is, there's there's a town about a half an hour away that it has all types of shops. And they have quilt shops, and they have, they have tons of quilt shops. And I think there's one scrapbook shop, one. That's it.
What about yarn shops?
I'd have to look. But keep in mind, I think I'm not too far I won't be too far from Fredericksburg either, which is another big town. So there's a couple of, larger towns that are not too far away. So so I look forward to exploring, going about and exploring. So, and I look forward to having a very large spot to have classes and, so it'll be pretty neat. I'm looking forward to that a lot. And just have quiet, sit on the deck, read a book, that kind of thing. It's gonna be neat. Definitely look. I said I'm looking forward to the house starting to be built and all that other stuff. That's always exciting. That'll be a scrapbook in itself.
Yeah, sure.
The whole process, breaking ground and seeing it come, being built and that no one's lived in it. I'm kind of excited about that, living in a house that no one has ever lived in.
Yeah, that's nice. Like when Daddy and I moved to Jersey.
Yeah, because
the house was brand new, yeah.
Yeah, that no one's ever lived in it. So it's exciting, that part's exciting. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. A little frightening, but interesting. It's a big undertaking, so, but, a lot of property.
I'm gonna,
Almost everything in life is a big undertaking sometimes, so,
Very true.
I'm
because
gonna,
it's changed.
I'm gonna carve a bunch of mini statues of me. And once it's built, I'm gonna hide them all over.
So then on here, instead of hunting eggs, it'll be hunt Alex.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Well, they did say there's because of the creek, you do get a lot of animals too, because there's the creek in the back. So
Okay.
that you get some animals. So you'll get to observe the wildlife.
What kind of fish are in the creek?
I don't know. I have to look. And I'd have to look it up. Because I think the name of the creek is Cherry Creek, which
Okay.
feeds off the Staunton River. Yeah, it feeds off the river. So gotta be.
I remember going to a quilt shop in Staunton.
Yeah, I think I've seen on the list, like when I was searching.
Yeah, I went with Lenore and Marlene, I remember. And we went up to the quilt museum.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember we went to Staunton.
Yeah, like I said, there's tons to explore. Tons.
Yes.
Tons to see.
Mhm.
I mean, the town that we'll be living is tiny, very tiny. But but then just 10 minutes away is the bigger town. So
Yeah,
it's not like you're
that's good, though. It's not,
you're
so
not
you're not that
isolated.
isolated.
Literally you drive 10 minutes, I think it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. And that's where all the restaurants are. And
Right.
so it's not like you're out in the boonies. You feel like on the road I'm on, you feel like that's how it is, but it's not that isolated, thankfully, like, because you don't want to be too isolated.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to be too isolated, but it's exciting. Like I said, then you get the opportunity to be able to, you pursue your hobbies, because you have time. I'll be closer to retirement age. I'll be getting there closer and closer. So, but so that's let me grab my So did you ever see the 5x7 cases?
5x7 cases?
Show you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I have, no.
Okay, yeah, because they're really sturdy and they're really, use them to store my tools. I don't use them for photos. I use them to store my tools. So I thought of you because, for crocheting, and things like that.
Yeah,
storing pens.
I have a couple of boxes that are similar, like art bins.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't know that Creative Memories made them also, though.
And the way that it is, it's more economical to buy them. And because they're 5x7, because most of the times you get them 4x6. These are 5x7s. It's more economical where you buy it in the case. And in the case, you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 5 of them, and you get labels to put on them. And you can label them. And so then it stays in the case. So that's how I store all my tools in here.
Okay.
And then when you open it up, you can actually, when I go to crops, I put it on its side. And then I just pull out what I need.
Oh, yeah.
I just pull them out. So it is, we do sell the cases 2-pack for $9, but it is actually more economical getting it in with the case. It is much more economical doing it that way.
Much.
The whole thing, the 5 cases with that sit in there in the storage box is $29.50.
Oh,
Yeah, so normally you're getting, yep, I will double check myself because, you know, I always like to be accurate. Okay, shop. On the website, there's a whole spot just for organizational basics under must-haves. Oh, well, I don't know why they don't have it there. All right, hold on. I'm trying to use my hand. We also have those 12 by 12, we have the 12 by 12 cases as well, and they're much more, it's $29. I was off by 50 cents.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it actually, and like I said, I travel with this thing. So it goes to crops with me and I have had no problem with it. And it actually, if you were going to use it to hold photos, it holds 6 cases. I miscounted, it is 6. 6 5x7 photo cases, and each of them hold 100 4x6 or 5x7 photos. But like I said,
$29 is for the case and the 6 boxes.
Yes, the 6 boxes
Oh,
too.
okay.
That's why we said it's much more economical.
Yeah, that's
to do it
right.
this way. Yes, and plus it's all stores together. And I am almost, if you look at the top, I'm almost positive that they're stackable. So if you had more than one, if you look, it has a lip. I believe they are stackable.
Okay.
Because at the bottom, I'll show you the bottom of this. See the bottom? It has feet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have more than one, which I probably could use another one. And they would sit one on top of the other. So then, like I said, when I go to crops, all I have to do is turn them on their side, open them up, and then I could just pull out the drawers. So, because people were buying them too, you know, that just, I'll just get the 2. But it is so much cheaper, you know, it's more economical case with the 6 in it. So because it's, you know, you're getting 2 for $10, 2 for $9.50, or you're getting 6 plus the case for only $29. So we had done our secret box pages, and I have decided that I am going to take lace and my heart stickers, because and guess what else? Remember when we said the other day, oh, I so wish that there was clouds.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a cloud punch now.
I saw that. I put out here.
Yeah, there's a cloud punch.
Put out here.
Although my creative clouds, you know, okay, I made creative clouds. I like my creative clouds. But, you know, but I decided to take the lace paper like we used on the butterfly here. I decided to take that lace paper and I'm going to use it in my planner because I am going to punch out some hearts. So I'm going to take out the pink paper that we had used. And I'm going to punch out some. And then I can use some heart stickers as well. So, like I said, I'm gonna use the double heart border punch since I don't have that other one, which I will have to rectify because I really like that other punch. This is a border punch, the other one's a decorative punch. And so what I'm going, remember we talked about these punches? That it has the two lines and you want to line your paper up with the second line here. And once you punch, you're going to make sure you line the border up here and then punch again. So what I'm going to do, which I'm not going to be able to punch with my right hand, I was going to try, and was not going to work out very well.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, so I can hold the paper with my right hand. All right, so when you put the paper in, you want to make sure that the edge of the paper is lined up with that black line. Now, this is probably not going to come out perfect because of the fact that I'm trying to hold this with a hand that's not working properly. All right, and all you're going to do is punch. And then you're going to slide your paper over until, hold on, I just got to get it even so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. Until you cover up the pattern on the side, on the opposite end. So you see how you can't see any of the blue? So you cover it up and then you know that's where you're going to punch again. So I just want to make sure this is fine. And you punch again. And you just keep going all the way across. Now, the reason I have a little bit of paper over here is because the paper slipped because I was punching up with it up. So I'm just going to punch this laying down because it's kind of heavy to hold. And then I'll show you what it looks like. This punch is very loved. And the way you know that the punch is very loved is that when you punch, you could basically punch with your fingertips because you've used it so many times that it's like loosened. Okay, so I'm not going to get up and get my scissors because they're on the opposite side of the computer and I'm going to block the screen. All right, so the reason this punch is so well loved is because you get this really amazing border. And then what some people may say is trash is not really trash because then you have these little hearts too. So what I do is, have you ever gone to like a restaurant and they have the little ketchup cups with the lids or salsa cups with the lids? Well, you can get those in the dollar store. And so what I usually do is I will take these if I'm not going to use them right now, and I will put them in the cup and take a Sharpie marker and write what paper pack they're from, because I'm not going to remember later. And so I have the choice of using them on another page. I have the choice of throwing them in a card I've made, so it's like confetti. So when it opens, someone opens the card, it's like, you know, Happy New Year. So I can do that too. But I am actually going to use these because I'm going to use them in my habit. So I'm not going to get rid of them. The rest of this stuff is trash though. It just punched what it punched out, the edging, that's garbage. So for my February, because January is done. I don't know if I had shown you January. January is done and decorated. Okay. These are all my extra pages because I am going to, I'll show you. Never mind, let me explain. We have the cover page that says dream, plan, and do. So now here's my January. And I decorated it with snowflakes that I had that were actually trash or the extra punches, just like the hearts from another border punch. And over here on this page under notes, I put highlights for January, highlights of things that we did. And so I didn't forget. And one of them is that my son turned 25 and I put E because that's the baby, you know, but good things. And one of them is seeing Mom, Ale, and Chris and family. And then there's a little red heart there. So there was actually 5 things that were like really amazing for that. And it helps you focus on what is good about life. So that's kind of how I'm approaching it. So I got extra refill pages, and these are the 6 3/4 by 10, because for January, I'm going to do probably 2 pages since I have 5 things that were so great. And I'm going to decorate the pages with paper, and I'm going to put pictures about the 5 things that were so fabulous about January. And I'm going to do that for every month. I'm going to do that for every month. Now for February, here's February. What I chose to do is actually, I had come into getting a old Shamrock journaling stencil and used that, a part of it, to make conversation hearts. So I made conversation hearts as my embellishment. And
I can't see the conversation. I can't see the conversation heart.
oh, sorry. Okay, so I just put I, and then has a heart, has the heart, and I put a U for like I love you. So
Okay.
I did those. So I put those on there, and I'm going to put my highlights for February. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to do my pages of my highlights. Now, March, I started March decorating already because March contains one of my favorite holidays. In case you couldn't tell. Because there's that Shamrock stencil I loved it. So I used my dual point marker, dual tip marker to do the shamrocks. So I love it.
I see.
Yep. So I decorated that. So I've still, again, I didn't do April yet. I'm a little ahead of myself, but I wanted to take some of these hearts that were plain for February, and I'm going to put the punched hearts there, and I'm going to decorate with some of these other hearts that I just punched, because I like this very much. And I'm probably going to use this in April because spring is coming, you know, be springy, and I could put the butterflies, and I'll do some flowers. I have an embossed flower punch. And so I'll do some flowers, I'll do some butterflies, you know, so that's how I'll decorate for April. And then I learned how to make Easter eggs. So yes, so I'm excited about making Easter eggs. So that's going to be a page that I show because I can't wait to make Easter eggs. It's the simple things in life. Are you going to work on anything tonight? You think?
No, me?
Yeah.
I just finished weaving in the ends of my last block.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Isn't it great when you finish a project?
Well, it's not all finished yet, but
Pretty
at least
close.
the pieces are finished.
Mm-hmm.
The putting together is usually a little bit easier.
So how many blocks have to be sewn together now left?
I'm doing, I have 4 different colors of these.
Ooh, that's pretty.
That will be sewn together to make a 4-patch. And there'll be 12 4-patches.
Oh my goodness. I know, I said I definitely would like to do some like quilty pattern type of pages. Since I love quilting, I'd like to incorporate that into my scrapbooking. You know, so I'm gonna have to try to figure that one out. Although tomorrow I might take a class, which I took last year. It's very similar to the class I took last year, in which it was doing a quilted type heart.
Okay.
Which, like I said, I did it last year, but I don't mind doing it again. You know, I don't mind, doing it more than one time. So that's fine with me. I am filling I needed more repositionable adhesive, so I am doing that now. Grizzly, you're okay. Come here. David just went out, so he's upset. You're okay. Say hello to everybody. Okay, you're okay. Look, say hi.
Hi, Grizzly.
Say hi. All right, don't lick my book. Okay, yes, you're okay. You're okay. You're not by yourself. I'm right here. You're okay. He like pants. Like he gets so worked up, he pants. You're okay. Easy, easy, easy. It's okay. All right, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Go ahead, lay down. Could you lay down? Be a good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Down. Good boy. Okay, that's a good boy. Say good boy. All right, he's laying. Oh, I have tape stuck to here. See, now when I try to move my hand, it hurts.
I know. Don't move it too much.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to put pressure on stitches too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm trying not to do too much with it. Are you done with me now? Are you finished? I guess he's finished with me now. He got up and walked away. Pretty soon it'll be time for us to go to bed. Yes, bedtime. Be bedtime soon. Have to put him, that's the only time he's quiet. He was sleeping today though. He did sleep today. Okay, why is this giving me a hard time today? Probably because my fingers don't want to work. Aha, there we go. We're good. We're golden. Yeah, so I'm going to see about taking that class, depending on how my hand feels. Taking that class tomorrow. And there's another technique I want to do. It's to teach welding paper to make pages. So, yes, new technique. So that's another thing. Yes, I'm full of knowledge. So I said I'll have to do that too. And then of course the monthly crop is on Saturday at 12 o'clock. Share the love. I'll be sharing the love. No, this is not what I wanted. It is not what I wanted. Alex, what are you working on? What you working on over there?
Rewriting notes and
Okay. For that class you were taking?
Huh?
For that class you were taking?
no.
Oh, for that video game you were playing? How did I know? See, I'm so smart, I can't stand myself. Oh, it's too much. I am too much. I am just, I blow my own mind.
Did you get that Hogwarts game too?
I did. I've hardly played.
No, Alex, did you get it?
Yeah, Alex has it, yeah. Can you can hook up, can't you co-op play in that? No? That's
Just single player
it's no
for
fun.
now. For now.
Yeah, no fun. Yeah, I got it, but I have hardly played it because I have no time. All right, so let's see if I can, we're gonna see if I can do this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Oh yeah, I can do it. Doesn't take much pressure, so. All right. I'm just putting hearts. I'll show you in just 1 second. See?
Okay.
For Valentine's Day, I got ordered 2 new webcams, so I won't look like I have purple hair, and the cameras will be a little clearer. So
Well, I don't think you look like purple hair now.
no, that's because I'm not using the actual camera to the computer. But this is an older Logitech camera, so it's not as clear as I would, and there's really no like update for the software. They don't support it anymore. So yeah, no, they don't support it anymore. So unfortunately, so that was my Valentine's present. Because what do you get the girl that has everything?
Webcam.
Webcams. Yes, I got webcams. So yeah, and for him, it's stuff for the Jeep. Money for this stuff for the Jeep. So that's how this goes. It's not like, it is definitely not like we, need anything, much anymore. So I would like to, and then of course, then you order from Amazon, and then they're like, something on your wish list is on sale. Would you like to order it? No.
That's how they get you.
I'm like, no. Yes, but I have no problem with saying no. That's the difference. I have no, in the movie theater, but it's subtitled, there is a movie it's a documentary about Lourdes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I heard something about it.
Yeah, it looked very good, actually.
Now, how come I'm echoing?
Say again?
I said, why am I echoing? I feel like I'm echoing.
Because Alex is picking you up.
My microphone is picking you up.
Let me check and see when that is coming out. Oh, and Titanic was amazing to see it on the big screen again. And to see it with my son, who was 25, when I saw it on the big screen when he was just born, was a little surreal. Oh, and it was 3D. It was real 3D.
Wow.
I didn't realize it was very strange. That was
Did
weird.
you have to wear glasses?
I had to put the glasses over my glasses. And it was a little weird.
Wow.
But it was good. Like it was a little strange, but it was good. It was very good. Yes. Oh, Ale, they're bringing out Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon again
Nice.
for 3 days. Yeah, but I saw that with Dad.
Did you watch Monty Python today?
We did indeed. We did watch it. We watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And so he laughed. He did laugh. I think he will find the Mel Brooks movie more funnier than that one. I'm looking to see if it's out now. How do can I search?
You're talking about the Lord one?
Yeah.
It might have been out already because Lords was on February 11th.
Oh, so it must have been like a limited run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been like a limited run.
I think it was like a 1 or 2 night thing.
Gotcha.
Had the news, a 25-year-old soccer player dropped dead on the field.
Wow.
There's also a lot of young people dropping dead these days.
Yeah, I've noticed, I've seen that.
And the one thing they'll never tell you when they get the shot.
I gotcha. They were saying there's been some cardiac issues.
Well, they downplay it though.
Well, I'm definitely not athletic enough.
I called Harold and he's supposed to have Regina text me the spelling of her maiden name.
Oh, okay.
He told me what it was, and I said to him, how do you spell it? He said, what shit, you want me to spell it too?
Oh my goodness. All right, so I've gone ahead and added the hearts all across the bottom. In the spots, so I can just write underneath them if I want to make notes. And I'm going to take out my dual tip markers because I know I have things to add into here. I was reaching off camera, sorry. And see, I keep all my pens together. So I am going to, doctor's appointments are in brown. So these are the micro tip pens. And then the dual tip, these are the dual tip. So the dual tip, that's like the chunky coloring side. And then it has the fine tip side. See?
Yeah.
So I use the fine tip side for writing and journaling and tracing and such. Okay. So, and actually when I went to the crop, it was funny because one of the ladies next to me, she goes, that's a really good idea that you keep track of all your events for when you scrapbook.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, yes, that does help me, but it's actually my plan, it is my planner for event, for all my events.
I'm just writing down. I have to wait until my next cycle for my charge card. So I'm writing down. What was the name of that case again?
It's the 5x7 photo box. Yeah, let me.
And then I wanted to get those, the foam strips.
Yeah, that's the foam tape. It's the 5x7 photo box and cases.
Okay,
And then, yeah, it's foam tape,
okay.
foam tape. And I did get the scissors and the rickrack punches, the Boilermaker cartridge and the punch. So you'll get to see what I make with those. Okay, so over here was right hand carpal tunnel surgery. All right, so there we go. So I made sure I updated that. Yep, so I just love that I have all of everything right here, so I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And then it's good to look back. And then I'll have it for each year. So if I say, oh, well, when did I do that? Kind of like how you do your planner. You have your planner. You could decorate your planner.
Well, my planner that I use now, I throw out at the end of the year.
Doesn't matter. You can still make it all nice while you still have it. Yep. February highlights, hand surgery. I think we could probably add hand surgery to that list. It was a highlight, not a good highlight.
When you get that house built, you're gonna have to make sure that you have a library, so you'll have enough space to put all the books from your scrapbook.
Yeah. I know. Oh, and then I also have the outdoor show that we went to last weekend. So, and that's the thing, it's pretty neat that, because sometimes you say to yourself, what did I do? I don't remember what I did, because the month just flies by. I don't know where the time goes.
I've been thinking about starting to kind of journal again.
Yeah.
I've done it off and on and off and on.
Well, there's, way back when was faith-based journaling. That was very popular. Faith-based journaling.
Oh, yeah.
And then I actually found my All About Me book. And I would love to do that because I think it's important for people to do that for their children and grandchildren. So I think I'm going to add that as a class.
Actually, I had gotten one of those for your father, and he filled in a few little things, but I was thinking about going through the rest of the book and filling in for him what I remember.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so like I said, I think it's important. And I did put Groundhog Day, 6 more weeks of winter. Although it doesn't feel like winter. I think Mother Nature's confused.
Listen, she can always change her mind after 3 or 4 days.
You know what? She'll probably change her mind. We'll probably, like in the 70s, get snow for Easter.
Could be.
And she was a little crazy. She was a little
Because Easter is in the beginning of April.
Yeah, I know, it's early this year. Early, very early.
Question.
Yes, may I help?
How well do these precision adhesive pens work?
Wait, I'm having trouble hearing you because I'm sorry, the furnace just went on, of course.
How well do the precision adhesive pens work?
I'm not a fan.
You don't like them?
They work well. I mean, I think they work well, but I find them a tad messy.
So it's liquid?
It's liquid.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan.
I'm just
And
trying
I
to
will
find
say
out
I
what
will
the
never
best,
sell
I'm
anything.
just trying to,
I won't advocate something I don't like.
yeah, well, what do you recommend then for like when you're working with tiny pieces then, when it's harder to use a tape runner?
The repositionable tape runner is not a problem.
If you're working with tiny pieces, how are you gonna single out?
You need, especially now that they have that silicone mat,
Hmm,
the silicone mat with the repositionable adhesive, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because it's only going to stick to the paper. Your little piece of paper that you want to adhere.
Okay,
And then I would use the multi-purpose tool to pick up the little piece of paper and then use the multi-purpose tool to place the paper where you need it. Like if you're doing a paper piecing kind of thing,
yeah,
yes, I would use the multi-purpose tool, especially the silicone mat now, because it just wipes off. The adhesive will wipe off.
I would have to get one of those. I don't have one.
Yeah, like I said, I ordered 2 because I do 2-page layouts. So I got 2. And like I said, they roll up for store, to travel well. So the silicone mat will allow you to measure. Say if you need to measure, go down 1/2 inch or 1 inch. It also has diagonal measurements as well.
Where are they on the website?
They're under, if you go, I'll show you. Let me share my screen. There's actually 2 ways to get there, but if you go to shop and then limited time adhesive buffet, they're actually there.
Okay.
Then they have tape runner, then now the max strength crafting tape. Those are also good if you're going to do like those shadow boxes that they do with the Cricut. And then they have the tape runner cases of colors now. And they have photo tape now. They have the photo tape, which is nice. Instead of using your adhesive, you can use the photo tape, which is it is safe for your photos. It's like a double stick tape.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, I got 2 of these because I do 2-page layouts.
What is this maximum strength?
Maximum strength, what that is that's if, cardstock, if you're going to put 2 pieces of cardstock together. Also, what I did talked about it in my Zoom, that's, if kids for projects, poster board projects, when they're doing those, paper flowers, when you're putting paper flowers together, that's good for that. It's a
Super
very,
commitment.
very strong adhesive.
Super commitment.
Think of it as a clear tape runner on steroids. It has I'll show you, I'll open it up. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so literally, do you see, it's clear strips, but it is extremely sticky. So you know how I wanted to do for Christmas time, those paper luminaries with the Cricut? That kind of tape, it will help me keep those together. And then we also have the vellum tape, because you need vellum for the, the cutouts of the luminary. We
Mhm.
actually we have vellum tape also. Right there, that's the vellum tape on a refill.
Mhm.
And I think that's why they brought out the cases and the colors, because
to
like the
coordinate.
vellum tape runner refill, we don't have a vellum tape runner. So that goes in the, you could put that in one of the 3 cases that you bought.
Yeah.
And then the max strength, the same thing. It's just a tape runner refill. So you would need a tape runner case. So that's why. And then Mom, the foam squares, they come in the 2-pack, and it's the big and the small size.
Yeah, that I remember.
Right. And then
But
I'll
it was
show
the
you.
that other tape one that I thought was a good idea too.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the foam. That's the photo tape. And this is the foam tape, the close-up of the foam tape. It comes on a reel. I want to try to figure out what kind of dispenser I can get to put that on. I'm on the hunt to find what kind of dispenser I can put that on. And a lot of the products, so when you see down here that they have pictures, some of them also have a video. You see the video symbol, you can just click over there and press play, and they'll show you about the video itself. You can watch that video.
Okay.
Alex, did you have any more questions?
No, I'm looking at the recipe templates now.
Yeah, like I said, that Silicone Man, I think is, and the new collection. Let me show you that one. Now, also the collections are, let me go back. The collections for the initial release, you get 10% off. So the newest release is the Q the Blue Buy It All bundle. So you get 10% off the price.
Mhm.
So this is $82.50 until February 24th. You can, I love the album. The album is just gorgeous.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that album is, I'm most likely going to get that album. But you can buy the components individually if you wanted to. But here's the Cloud Frame Punch. And this is the new Border Punch.
Yeah, I
It's
like
always
that.
me. Yeah, that's the new Border Maker Punch. I'm sorry, Border Maker Cartridge. But I like this because it's monochromatic. I like when they come out with monochromatic collections. So, and that's the papers inside. It reminds me a lot of the card kit that we had done together.
Yeah.
And I'll show you a layout that they had done with it. That's really cool what they did with the Cloud Punch. They did it,
Oh,
they
yeah, that
used
is
it.
awesome. Yeah.
Yep, and punched the corners, which I said is a great idea. Just really, really, really ingenious ideas. And that's the wispy chain border.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, that I said I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that. I did get this. I'm gonna try to do it as an interlocking chain.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna play around with that. But I do like that. But you can always check the what's new. And the stickers are cool. The stickers are ombre. And you can see what they look like when they use them as a title. I just thought this was a really neat collection. I really would like to see them do more of these in different colors. Like they have the blue, I'd like to see one in a purple, I'd like to see one in, a reddish.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And here, Mom, this is the scissor border punch,
Oh, okay.
and this is the Rick Rack border maker cartridge. And it punches the two, but they can be separated. So I'm excited to play with this one too. And this collection, even though it's the decorative bundle, these papers are so pretty. You don't have to use them for scrapbooking crops, even though it says scrap happy. The papers themselves are just so pretty. And I've seen these put together with the laser cut paper pack, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's so easy. All it is 4x4 pictures. And then you cut the corners off after you adhere it on.
And then they sell them stencils, you said too, right?
These ones?
Remember
The recipe template.
Oh, the project recipes. That's, yeah. I showed you guys the project recipe.
called? Okay, yeah, like stencils, so project recipes.
They're called project, yeah, here.
Oh,
Oh, not that one. No, that's not what they're, oh, hold on.
you one the other day with like a Mylar stencil.
Yeah. Recipe template.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, recipe template. So this is the mirrored ovals. And they used it with Grateful. And they punched the leaves down, and all they did was put the pictures in the center. This is the backing paper. They use the ovals for the pictures. The diamonds, here's the diamonds right here. They made it very simple. Very, very simple, but still very pretty. And then they have, and again, then over here they have a video that you can watch on it. And if, like I said, when it comes with the clips, I would use painter's tape. That's that's just my opinion. The clips are not expensive, but I would use painter's tape. Yeah, so they're the recipe templates. Most of them are 12 by 12.
Uh-huh.
This one is on last chance, which means when it's gone, it's gone. We did Tropic Time the other day. I showed you guys Sunrise Sunset. That's the one I showed you that I did with the Christmas layout. And I do have the leaf one in stock. I have not tried that one yet. But there are so many. I like the circles. The circles to me are very quilty. That reminds me. And then of course the star flake, which you can do it like a star pattern for a quilt. But that you can make, and again, you can make them as simple or as complicated as you want them to be. So, but then they have states, they have an apple recipe for school, which you could also, I think, make that a pumpkin. And then breast cancer. This is the maple leaf. But, you don't have to make it for Canada. You could just make it for autumn. So, anybody, if you go to Australia, if anyone's flying to Australia, which I always wanted to go to Australia, but it's kind of far now.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of a very far flight now. too far for me, I think. So, and then again, there's also great white sharks that are in the ocean there. So, yeah. I
All
think
of the world's most deadliest creatures are all
from Australia. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it actually, that some of the most deadliest creatures are on two legs.
That's true, human beings. We are pretty deadly. All righty, well, I am going to bid you all adieu because I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen.
Okay, I told you it's gonna start bothering you.
Yeah, it's starting to hurt a little bit. Yeah, it's at the
Okay.
wrist. Yeah, it's
I
hurting
know.
over here.
make
Yeah,
sure you
sorry.
rest.
Make sure that you put the cold on it.
Yeah, I did have it. I did have it elevated and I had the ice pack on it. But you can't feel the ice pack through all this padding.
Yeah, it goes through though.
Okay, yeah, because I did have the ice pack. I'm gonna swap it out because I have the ice pack from the last time I had this one done. So I'm gonna swap
Okay.
them. So, but yeah, so, well, I hope everyone has a great night.
All right. It was nice spending time with you.
Yes, yes, and see how easy.
Yes, I see.
All right, I know, I'm gonna have to punch this, I'm gonna punch another one of these when my hand feels better. And I'll have to make a Valentine's layout because I really, really love this paper. This
Mhm.
paper is so pretty.
Very nice.
You know what you could do? You could punch it again and then offset it so that these solid hearts are in the middle of this heart.
Mhm.
Mm,
Like one strip on top of
Alternating colors. Yeah.
yeah, I have to try that
Mhm.
once the hand doesn't hurt.
right.
Indeed. I have a good night, everybody.
All
night.
right. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Hope to see you on Saturday.
Okay.
12 o'clock.